Hi everybody, welcome back to the Lake Effect Gardener. My name is Jim, and today's video, after a very long wait, well, I'm about to evict this very large parcel inside my shed. It's going to say goodbye to the shed and hello to the garden. Today's weather is glorious. There is no doubt about that. We made it up to 65 degrees today, which not only just warms my coffers, makes me just so happy that we're finally pulling out of the tundra, but it's also given my yard and my garden a very good chance to thaw. So I do have some snow here and there. It's not a lot. This weather's supposed to persist into tomorrow, and then we're supposed to get some rain showers. I welcome it. I don't care that it's super muddy back here. I just want all the snow gone, and I know that the rainfall tomorrow, and we're supposed to be warm tomorrow as well, will take care of the rest of what's out here. Works for me. So yes, I'm going to start putting up my tunnel today. I'm so thrilled about it. The snow in the area where I'm going to have the tunnel is completely gone now. I have a place to go. So I'm going to take you out. I'm going to show you exactly what my plans are for the location of the tunnel. It is going to be a little different. And then I'm just going to throw up some footage of me putting my tunnel together. Now, I'm not going to put the whole thing up today. I'm going to put up just the framing of it, because this is going to be at least a couple of videos long, because I'm going to do a redesign. I'm going to make sure that what happened last time does not happen ever again. So let's head out into the garden. I just want to show you exactly where we're going. Okay, you can see that a lot of the snow is now gone. Hallelujah. Not all of it, but a great deal amount is gone. I'm very pleased about that. It's a little bit overcast, but the sun is trying to poke its way through. So we're going to head over to where the tunnel was/will be, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going to be happening. So I'm standing now where the original entrance of the tunnel was. It's pretty close to my compost pile, which is right here, and relatively close to the little blue barn. So you could see here along the side here, we've got these tarps, and this is where I was originally going to, uncover them and then eventually turn them into beds. But I've decided that instead of having the tunnel this close, I'm going to move it back a bit. There's an area right here where I didn't put any tarp down, and this was going to be kind of a seating area. The reason why I did that is because this tree here, the roots are kind of, well, they're shallow. They're very much, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it from here or not, but there's definitely a little bit of a hill here. So what I want to do is I want to bring the tunnel back. So I want to bring the entrance, I'm standing in a puddle right now, bring the entrance back to where the land is completely flat, and that way I can grow on both sides without any obstructions from tree roots or anything else. Both sides, full length. Okay. First thing I need to do though is I need to clean this area up for sure. I'll probably pull the tarps up, and these grow bags where I was growing the tomatoes last year, I'm gonna have to move these as well. And just for a good laugh, Here's last year's tunnel. So there's some valuable pieces here that I'll hang on to, and there's some hardware on there that I'll keep just in case I need some extra screws and nuts and whatnot for the new tunnel. But we're going to be, let me set you down here. There we go. The tunnel is 10 feet by 20 feet. Okay, so approximately it should come to about here. All right, with the entrance being all the way over here. Okay, there is a slight incline to this yard. That's fine, it's not completely flat, but there aren't any major hills. That's what I'm worried about. And I think that may have been part of the problem when it came to the old tunnel, is one side was a little bit higher than the other. I think the wind somehow got underneath it and picked it up and almost sent it into my neighbor's yard. So I'm gonna make sure that everything is nice and flat-ish. And then what I'd like to do, once everything is set up, is I'm going to be bolstering the bottom. Okay, I'm actually going to be raising it up. I'm going to buy some lumber. Normally I have enough lumber that, lying around that I could do this, but I really want to buy some good quality heavy lumber that I can use as the base. Now, why would I do that? Why would I put up the tunnel before I put the base down? I need an approximation, okay? I need to do some measuring, and I've got to make sure that I'm going to have the amount of lumber that I'm going to need for the base. It's going to be very, very heavy, and that base is going to be securely posted into the ground. So the shell of the polytunnel is going to be sitting on top of that. So it's going to be really, really secure. From there, from that base, I'm going to create my beds on the inside. So I'm, fingers crossed, everything is going to work out really, really well, and this tunnel is not going to move anywhere. So I just want to show you guys what I'm dealing with in this backyard when it comes to the water. It's like I have my own little river here, and it slowly makes its way down towards my garden, and it flows, and it flows, and it flows. You have to keep in mind that even though all the snow, there's my hand, even though all the snow has mostly melted, and there are areas, particularly the one that I'm standing in, very, very muddy. There's still a lot of areas in here that has an ice pack, but it's inside the soil. Okay, so some of this of the ground is still frozen underfoot. So until that completely thaws out, a lot of the water that's coming in from way back behind my property is just going to flow right over top. And that's where I get these little rivers in my backyard. Okay, so I'm going to get out, finally, the tunnel, and we're going to put it together. So I'm recalling what happened last year when it came to putting up this tunnel. And as I'm filming, I'm thinking to myself, I remember how much of a monumental task it was. I figured this time around I'd have an edge only because I've done it before. But then I opened the packaging and I completely remembered how time-consuming and laborious it is. Everything comes in these packages, and I hate that they, everything's wrapped in plastic, and I understand the idea of it is, they want to keep like parts together, but they could have easily have done this with some kind of a natural twine or even a twist tie of some kind, a cable tie that I could reuse. But there's a lot. There is packages and packages of this. And then inside, this is where all the hardware is. Oh, and look, they used rubber bands. Why couldn't they use it for the other part? Anyways. And then it comes with the directions. So, if you recall, I will not be using the new cover for it. I'm going to be reusing the old one, but that's for another video. So, honest to goodness, guys, I think I'm just going to get on with doing it. I don't even think if I filmed it and sped it up, I think this video would be about 2 hours long. So, trust my judgment that I'm going to do everything correctly. I'm just going to put the gosh darn thing up before I lose the light, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. At last, all of the snow is gone. I have been left nothing but a yard full of mud, and I couldn't be happier to see it, honestly. Well, I just want to give you a little update. Slop, slop, slop. I got the tunnel up last night. It was kind of late. Well, it wasn't late. It was only 6:30, but the sun had gone down already at that point, and I took some footage, but I was like, no one's gonna be able to see this. So happy. Now, I've still got to put up some of the cross braces and things like that, but the main structure is up now, and it is almost ready to start phase 2. So once those structural beams like here, once I can put, get those rested, I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow. We've got a storm that's rolling in. By the way, this is day 2, and again, 70 degrees. We made it up to 70 today. But there's a front rolling in really, really fast off the lake, and things are supposed to cool down considerably. Doesn't matter. It's not like I don't have all my windows and doors open right now in my house. Anyways, I digress. So, as I had mentioned to you previously, yesterday, although it doesn't seem like yesterday, I'm going to be building a very large wooden base that's going to go all the way around on either side. It's going to raise this tunnel up a good 6 inches, which is fine. They say that this tunnel is 7 feet tall. Well, I'm about 6'3", 6'4" when I get a really good poof on my hair. But anyways, I'm 6'3", and right now I'm almost reaching the top of this tunnel, so I don't know. Anyways, so it's going to go all the way around the base. It's going to raise it up. I'm going to put that base, I'm going to stake it into the ground so that so it's completely secured, and then I will secure the tunnel to that wooden base. Now the plan is, I'm going to come around this way, step through the quagmire. Okay. I'm going to be putting a door here. Now, originally the tunnel had a flap that had zippers on either side, and I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to kind of rethink it in a way where the zippers will stay closed permanently, and I'm going to actually put a real larger wooden door here and I will cut the plastic around it. And it'll be large enough to get, you know, a wheelbarrow in, and then on either side I'm going to have not terribly raised beds, but there is going to be a bit of a rise from those beds. And then something that doesn't come equipped with this tunnel is I'm going to put another opening on this end, another door, and I'll build those. Pretty easy to do. But the whole point is I'll be able to keep both sides closed when necessary, like during a windstorm. And then during the hot, still days of the summer, I will be able to open both doors and have lovely cross breeze going through. And the idea also is to encourage those pollinators to come in and have both an exit and an entryway. I know last year I had a problem with bugs getting caught inside the tunnel. I don't want that to happen again. I really don't. So yes, it's going to be a decent size. I'm definitely going to be putting some trellising in here. I'll be growing things up the trellising just to maximize what I have in the way of space. So I'm really, really happy, really, really excited. Whew. You know, this is going to be a process. There's no doubt about it. There are lots of stages that are going to be happening here. So instead of, you know, inundating you with, you know, everything that I'm doing piecemeal in one long video, I'm just going to break it up, send it to you guys as it happens. It might be, you know, a video every other day, depending on the weather, or it could be drawn out a little bit longer, but just the same. Progress has been made. Polytunnel is now up, well, the frame is at least, and I can go from there. So, you know, I'm sitting here finally out here on my little bench that I created last summer, and I'm also sitting next to this. I hope that's the last time I ever have to touch that shovel. All right, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the content of this video. I will be posting more. Check it out. It's going to be called Polytunnel 2.0, blah, blah, blah. Okay, part 2, part 3. Hopefully that will be it. Hopefully it'll be up and running at that point. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are enjoying spring weather wherever you are. I've been waiting since, oh, I don't know, October for this weather to finally roll into Western New York. Hasn't disappointed. Take care, everybody. Wonderful seeing you all. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll be back really, really soon to show you more of my progress. So long.